Welcome to our channel and aboard Tootsie Marie. My name is Yvette and this is Tyler. We are a couple from Seattle, Washington who decided to buy a catamaran and move to the Caribbean. We hope you will join us for this crazy adventure and all the fun and challenging things that lie ahead. Welcome back to our channel. I wanted to share these sweet little birds. Aren't they cute? This week we're fixing an AC pump and we're also celebrating Tyler's 40th birthday. This is real life on the boat when you have to tear things apart to get access when something breaks.
We apologize for not filming the diagnostic portion of this project. I'll do some explaining to help those at home that may have a similar issue. On our boat, we have 4 Dometic Cruise Air units ran by 2 AC pumps. 3 of the units are ran off of 1 AC pump on the port side through a manifold. 1 unit under the port stern, 1 unit under the port bow, and the 3rd unit on the main floor. On the starboard main cabin, we have 1 AC pump running 1 unit. What had triggered this project is receiving a high PS message on the display of our starboard AC unit. After doing a series of troubleshoots, we determined that it was the AC pump, so we swung into Island Water World in St. George to see if they had a new one.
Look at all of the fun earrings they have. I mean, fishing lures. Most of the time, the boat store has what we need, but sometimes they don't. You can imagine how many parts you would have to stock for everybody's different kind of boat to make sure every customer's needs are met.
Lucky for us, they had an exact replacement in stock. And a tip for those that buy a new one, don't leave your old one behind. Try and find someone to rebuild it for you so you can have a spare on board. If you do decide to leave it behind, be sure to grab your plumbing fittings off the old one so you can put it on the new when you get back to the boat. Another tip, although rather obvious, is do as much work as you can on the bench rather than in the bilge. So swap over your plumbing fittings, do your electrical connections, and anything else to make it easier. While I'm doing the reinstall, I'll go through some of the troubleshooting steps that we took to diagnose this problem. First step, go to the internet and research your product to look for troubleshooting tips and techniques. For our particular system, the high PS code can only be a few things. It can be caused by a blockage in the flow lines. It can be caused by the PS sensor failing. It can also be caused by an AC pump no longer pumping. So the first thing that I had checked was the water discharge on the exterior of the boat to see if we were getting flow. And for us, we weren't. So that automatically rules out a faulty sensor. So the next step that we took was tearing apart the master cabin, removing all the bedding to get access to the unit, which is mounted up under the bed. This allowed me to hook the discharge water line and also the water line that feeds the AC unit. After removing the hose clamps and unhooking both of those lines, I was able to take the water hose and put water through both the exterior side to see if we're getting flow to the outside of the boat, which we were, and also to push flow inward towards the seacock area to see if we had a block between the strainer and the unit itself. I then used the hose to flush out the unit itself. After running water through both the hoses and the unit itself for several minutes to flush it out, we determined that we had sufficient flow. So then it was to figure out why the unit wasn't flowing while turned on, which obviously narrowed it down to the AC pump itself. As you can see in the video, our AC pump was actually easy to get to. It was mounted on one of the floor stringers underneath the floorboards. The steps I took to test it were pretty straightforward. I simply unhooked the hose that runs from the pump to the AC unit and then turned on the AC unit. After opening the seacock and realizing that the pressure of the flow didn't increase, it was determined that the pump was bad. If you're on a boat with multiple AC pumps and you need further confirmation, you can simply go unhook the same hose on the pump that you assume is working to check the difference in flow rate. So at this point, the only thing left to do was unhook and remove the old pump and take it to the store with you with your fingers crossed in hopes that they have a new pump. If you're fortunate enough to find one in stock, the only thing left to do is bring it back to the boat, as you see in the video, hook up a few fittings, make a couple electrical crimps, and then remount it in the location that you removed it from, hooking up the proper hoses and electrical connections. And then stand back, check for water flow with the hose unhooked with the unit on, and if all is well, hook the hose up to your main unit and hopefully cool the room back down. Here's the location of the AC unit under the bed. In this clip, I'm just reattaching the flow hoses to the exterior and putting the clamps back on. Even though it's in a pretty tight location under this panel, it could definitely be worse, as I'm sure it is on some other boats.
So now I'm gonna go check the AC water discharge on the starboard side. No flow yet. Let's take a look at the port side to see what it's supposed to look like. Okay, fingers crossed we're gonna have AC tonight. Yay! Good job, Captain. We made it back to Halifax Harbor after Tyler was able to fix the AC pump on the boat, which is perfect timing because this week is also Tyler's 40th birthday. I have a few things planned and I'm gonna take you guys along with me.
Reason why